4 weeks, the Korean entertainment world has been rattled by a rumor that refuses to die down. What began as a subtle whisper in a niche forum quickly evolved into heated debates on X, speculative threads on Weverse, and eventually, a full-blown frenzy across global media. The claim is outrageous, unbelievable, and yet, strangely compelling. Park Jimin and Jungkook, the two BTS members whose chemistry has been the subject of fan analysis for nearly a decade, are rumored to have secretly filmed Are You Sure? Season 2 together. Not as a concept, not as a plan, but fully and quietly recorded while the world believed they were on separate schedules. The spark that ignited this wildfire was a seemingly innocent photo uploaded by Jimin. It was just a picture of a hotel room in Tokyo, featuring nothing more than a cup of tea and a view of the city at night. There was nothing explicitly suspicious, yet the photo triggered an alertness among fans that only longtime watchers of Jikook dynamics would understand. Something about it felt familiar. The lighting, the pattern of the curtains, even the placement of the bedside lamp. It took only minutes before a fan matched these details with a room Jungkook had stayed in during a previous visit to Japan. Coincidence, perhaps. But coincidences involving these two rarely end there. A few hours later, Jungkook posted a picture of a cozy cafe corner. Fans immediately recognized the location. It appeared to be one of the shooting spots from Are You Sure? Season 1. The wooden chairs, the framed photos, the soft warm lighting. Everything lined up perfectly. Once again, suspicions rose. Why were their posts echoing the same places, the same moods, the same unspoken narrative? The questions grew louder. Why was Jimin suddenly in the same cities Jungkook disappeared to? Why did big hit staff dodge direct questions with stiff, overly rehearsed answers? Why did a production insider claim that two very close idols had shot a travel project overseas, yet refused to name them? The scandal deepened when an editor who previously worked on HYB documentaries posted a cryptic blog entry. They described editing hours of footage featuring two idols on a trip abroad, footage allegedly so intimate that huge portions were removed for being too personal. The editor mentioned that the pair laughed without knowing they were being filmed, called each other casually even when cameras weren't rolling, and fell asleep with their heads touching during long rides. Although no names were provided, the descriptions were unmistakably reminiscent of Jimin and Jungkook. Their natural ease, their quiet comfort, and their almost telepathic connection that fans have scrutinized for years. Once that blog post emerged, fans became unstoppable. They began collecting every tiny clue, Jimin's hairstyle changing twice in 1 week despite having no public schedules, Jungkook wearing a hoodie identical to one Jimin wore in a now-deleted Instagram story, and perhaps the most talked-about moment, the faint sound of Jimin's laughter heard in the background of Jungkook's live broadcast, barely a second long, but instantly recognizable to those who spent years listening closely. Big Hit's silence only fueled the fire. Whenever asked about new projects involving the members, the company replied with the safest phrase in Korean entertainment: "There is nothing we can confirm at the moment." To fans and insiders alike, this sentence typically means one thing: something is happening and it's big. Then came the boldest leak yet. A source from within a partner production agency claimed that Jimin and Jungkook had quietly traveled to Bali earlier this month. They supposedly used concealed identities, split their travel routes, and moved with a minimal production team to avoid being spotted. According to this source, the duo shot various segments involving cooking, late-night conversations, morning routines, workouts, and healing-themed activities, all hallmarks of Are You Sure? But described as far more natural, far more personal, and far more revealing than the first season. This wasn't just a continuation. It sounded like a deeper, more intimate version of the show. According to the insider, the chemistry between the two was impossible to ignore, as if the cameras were not a barrier but an extension of their world. They shared food from the same plate, fought over trivial things in a way that only people deeply comfortable with each other would dare, teased each other endlessly, and even shot scenes at night wrapped in the same hoodie when the weather turned cold. No fan captured any evidence of their alleged trip. No paparazzi photos surfaced. Not a single hotel employee leaked information. The invisibility was suspiciously perfect, almost as if the trip was engineered to be hidden from the world. Speculation escalated when a HYB producer posted a sunrise photo from what looked like a beachfront villa, only to delete it 7 minutes later. Fans saved the screenshot and noticed something chilling: two silhouettes reflecting faintly in the glass window. One had the posture and height similar to Jungkook. The other had blonde hair like Jimin's at that time. From there, the theory became too big to dismiss. Every live broadcast from either member seemed to carry hidden meaning. Jimin said he was working on something that made him very happy, flashing a shy smile fans claimed was his Jikook smile. Jungkook, in his recent live, told fans, "There's something I want you to wait for. You might be surprised." Surprised by what? A solo project? A secret choreography? Or the most shocking possibility of all, the return of their travel show filmed not as colleagues or bandmates, but as two people who simply feel most themselves when together? To fans, the pieces fit too neatly. The matching timelines, the identical locations, the overlapping silence, the hidden trips, everything pointed toward a single conclusion. Are you sure? Season 2 is not only real but already completed and quietly undergoing post-production. Rumor has it that HYB is waiting for the perfect moment to announce it, potentially after album promotions or individual activities settle. Whatever the truth is, the world is waiting. Impatiently, excitedly, nervously. If Season 2 truly exists, it will not just be entertainment. It will be a cultural moment. Jimin and Jungkook's bond has always been a mystery. Too affectionate to ignore, too subtle to define. A new season would once again place their chemistry under a spotlight no one can escape. The gentle glances, the shared laughs, the quiet moments where their comfort speaks louder than scripted dialogue. All of it could finally be seen again, unfiltered and undeniable. And if this project was filmed in secret, then it represents more than a show. It represents trust. A decision by two people to create something meaningful together away from public scrutiny. It represents a relationship that time, distance, and relentless schedules could not break. It represents a chapter that only they could write, now waiting to be revealed to the world. For now, all anyone can do is wait. But if the rumors turn out to be true, the world is not ready for what Jimin and Jungkook have prepared. Are you sure? Season 2 won't just be a continuation. It will be a revelation. A new chapter in the story of Jikook. A story the world has been watching unfold piece by piece, heartbeat by heartbeat. If this season truly exists, then it is not the world that needs to prepare. It is the world that needs to catch up because Jimin and Jungkook have been ready for a long time.